This one's great. It's got a nice little dog on in a Superman outfit. Now that must be worth looking at. Now I don't know that I haven't got a script for this one, and I don't intend to read it out because I'm tired. And but on the other hand, I think it's a really interesting one because I think this one is about a partnership between animals and fashion and the notion of sustainability. So if you like animals, you might be interested. If you don't like animals, obviously you'll be less interested. Okay, but hopefully most people are a little bit, at least. And the dog's cute. I mean, dog is free to anyone who joins the project. It may not be true, that actually. But I like this. This is good. Okay, saving animals and fashion, a partnership for the future. The guy who's actually doing this is actually a scientist who's from Citra. There we are. He's here. Citra in India. He's a medical textile. So this is a guy who's looking at this particular relationship from a science point of view. So what he was particularly interested in is actually bringing people on board who are interested in it from a fashion point of view. And he will provide the scientific part. So he's very interested in looking at this from a broader perspective than just medical or scientific. And that's what he's interested in, that's what he's submitted. Unfortunately, he just got married. So, no, I don't think it's got anything to do with the project. No, the point was that he got married and therefore he couldn't come to the presentation. That was the link. No, well, that was the link, really. It didn't come out very well, that did it really? But it's actually quite interesting. Animal utilization for fashion. He's concerned about how animals are used and what protections are in place for animals, and in fact what fashion needs to do, and look at this relationship between industry and various other protectives. And he wants to use PETA. You know what PETA is? PETA's this. It's beforehand. That's him. And fashion for an amalgamation. So he's looking at a survey, he's looking at fashion, he's looking at implementing findings of a survey and actually publicizing it in various areas. There's a dog and a black screen. I don't know what the black screen signifies. Maybe that's you can put your own bits in there. So this is saving suffering animals by redesigning, recreating. I don't know what that means. I don't know. You see, this is the problem when someone's not here. You see, this is good. We can say this. And what's this? You see, you people are getting it better than me. I just thought there might be something missing. But you see, something there, you can put your own piece in there. And you can see somehow that you can actually do something. I like it. I like this. Another dog. He likes dogs. Identification of the actual need or criterion responsible for the creation of animal products, including aesthetic as well as commercial, and attempting to redesign them. Oh, right. Nice. Peter, here we are. Here's Peter. Invited collaboration between fashion industry and Peter. Sketch of Pamela Anderson with sari. Okay. An imitation leather. Okay, that's good. And the dog. Conversion of the past devastation into consecration of their fellow suffering animals. Now, I'm not sure if this animal being depicted there is suffering. Maybe, maybe not. But the dog looks happy enough. And I'm not sure what that is. But, I mean, I do think it's quite nice to have it at the end of the day. You know, you get to a point and you think, I think that's good. So that's good. And this one, look, identifying, there's another blank screen. Well-known sufferers, and this one you can't see, obviously that's less well-known. So that's good. Identifying and raising the profile of less well-known animals for future implications, which is good. Oh, involving media for their support and transparency, I see water. Okay, so that's about transparency, trying to raise this to make it much more transparent about why animals, this is my understanding anyway, and how animals and this and what other things are used for. Sorry? Support's good, thank you. I mean, if you want to jump in at any time, any of you, this would be really good, because you know, this is always the problem when you say to someone, "Look, I'll it for you, and you have no idea what they're talking about. But I would say that I like this one. I like the pictures, at least. Okay, so proposed outputs, fashion elements, extraction and documentation. Yep, redesigning the saving animals in fashion. Redesigning for... the dead. The dead. Is this like a zombie thing? Rescuing of the distressed. This one might need a bit of work on, because I don't know what that means. The dead. Could be Grateful Dead. I don't know. But a good, again, I'm actually, you may think I'm making fun, but I'm not, honestly. I'm just trying to work out what it is. Okay. Consecration by the tormented to the anguished. This is a consecration by the tormented to the anguished. Rise in the profile of the less known sufferers. Okay, immediate to reach and preach. This guy is wasted on this, I tell you that. He should be on something else. Or he was on something else when he wrote it. Anyway. But I do think this is actually tormented to the anguished. What do you think that means?
I think this thing was sent down to us to read when it was in a proposal form.
Right, okay, brilliant.
And he's trying to recheck some things are visible, and from the past, the things that are dead already, I'm talking about the animals, he wants that to be used for potential sufferers in the future.
Oh, I see.
In profile of less known sufferers, I think he had mentioned something in
Yeah.
proposal. Animals which are yet unknown. They're not on the front page where they...
Right. The kind of, the animals that... Yeah. Oh, right. So he's raising the profile, or trying to raise the profile of those animals that are less well known. Maybe not as attractive. It's Alicia here. Alicia did something on the crocodile, for example, which was kind of, not really interesting unless you like crocodiles. And then about how they were farmed and things like that.
I think he's probably going through a kind of a compacting process as the things getting lost. You see, he's trying to make the entire proposal into a few slides.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's difficult. And of course, as he's not here, and he's leaving it to an idiot like me, it's not good. But I am trying. And the reach and the preach?
No, I think the whole proposal was to find out animals not profiled like crocodiles or the farce, which is already profiled. But he's showing dogs because dogs are not profiled as endangered.
Right.
And he wanted to make an list of those endangered species and non-endangered species who is also suffering. And then go to media and preach for them who is not in the list, but still suffering for that. That's why the dog picture.
The dogs.
I think so,
Because dogs are used in fashion, aren't they? They're used quite a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's being also used for the farce, which is not there in the profile.
And his point is that there may be other animals besides dogs. Right, okay, got it. Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you for that. See? Right from childhood to, towards the suffering, lots of attempts where this attempt would have paved the future for groomed strategies to save animals in a meaningful way. Right, okay. Dog again. This is the date. Starting October, December 2015. I get the impression from what I understand from what he emailed me, he's very open to different ideas and about different contributions here and about what you may be interested in doing or someone who's interested in a particular project. And what I think he's trying to say is that, these are the kind of things he's starting with. This is not a developed project. And it's a project that still needs work on. And if you're interested, then, contact him because he's actually starting a group of people across the world that looks at this potential and opening up this kind of raising awareness of animals and about how they're using it, maybe working with Peter. He's got a contact with Peter, I think, that in fact is looking at these things, but this relationship has not been fully explored at this time. Okay, so that's good. Costs, to conduct surveys, substantiate the results, to design elements, traveling costs to meet respective experts, etc. What he's looking for, an experienced central person who maybe coordinates the project, who's someone who's interested in this, maybe someone who's particularly wanting to do this particular topic. As I said, fashion-centered people in particular. Surveys, And then collaborators in various animal channels, natural sanctuaries, PETA, etc. The central person would be to guide the process from the start to the finish, identification, suggestions about funding sources, etc. He's the person who's the proposer. I'm looking at, he's very good at, or I suppose he's good at developing versatile questionnaires, conducting surveys with manufacturers and customers, and that the costs on those sides will be met elsewhere. To skim the fashion elements exclusively for animal-related products, fur, leather, silk, wool, and then to provide valuable outputs in designing the questionnaires prior to the survey. Funding, sponsors, sorry, I'm going for the bottom here. Consistency relieving for animal suffering, that's what he's called it. Costs of experts, consultants, I assume as well. Organizational individual sponsors about whether this thing, and then that's a thank you in lots of languages. Okay. So if you have a contact, then this is the guy to contact. He's not here, but this is his email address here. You will see his presentation in the booklet. And you can ask questions. However, we have, so we're not, if you could not confine your questions